Welcome everyone to my Let's Play of Secret of Mana, or Seiken Densetsu, Seiken Densetsu 2 as it was called in Japan. This is a Super Nintendo game, came out in 1993. I just let the opening song kind of play because it's beautiful. Seriously, the composer for this game is named Hiroki Kikuta, and he is amazingly good in this. He's like right on form. And he also did the soundtrack for Seiken Densetsu 3, which never came out here in the States, which I think I might do later in original Japanese. It was tenuous. I'll have to do some translation work, and meh. I played a translated ROM and it looks terrible. I'd rather just play the original Japanese one and read it. Anyway. So, this is kind of a... it's an action RPG kind of game, kind of Zelda-esque. It's got a lot of really neat... Oh, I'll be quiet. So we've got nice looking, really pretty decent sized, big pretty sprites. Lots of little animated things. You know, it's using palette tricks, but it still looks good. And for some reason we're walking across a log, and we fall straight down. Now, there's no falling damage in this game. That's important. We'll see why in a few minutes. No, not that one. That's a little one. So, yeah, I was saying Hiroki Kikuta is the composer, and he is just perfect in this. Lots of different motifs for the music. You know, it's somber when it needs to be, it's bright when it needs to be. Beautiful. So we've got some bushes here that I need to cut through, and obviously the only thing that I have to cut through bushes is this sword, which is telling me to remove it. So that's probably a good idea, right? That's always a good idea. Taking the legendary question mark? I guess we don't know that yet, right? But I mean, if it wasn't legendary, it wouldn't be talking to us. And great. This series has great music, great gameplay, great graphics. It's a game that will probably take me about 20 to 30 hours to beat, so we're going to be at this for a little while. You'll notice that my second hit there did a lot less damage. And if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see that little gauge charging up. Basically, if that's not at 100%, you do a lot less damage. Now, it doesn't seem to actually scale your damage based on the actual percentage left. Like, you can be at 99% and still do 2 damage, whereas 100% you do maybe 16 to 18. And right there I was at 30%, I did 6 damage. Now, you know, I don't know if that's an oversight or what. In Secret of Evermore, which was an American-made game kind of based on a similar or the same engine, because I haven't really looked that up too much. But, yeah, Secret of Evermore was actually, I think it's a little underrated. It's a good game. And that one actually did scale your attack power based on what percentage of your recharge was done. So the idea is you can only swing the sword so often to avoid spamming enemies, basically. And that's all well and good. And then the very awesome way that you open a treasure chest is by picking it up and slamming it into the ground after shaking it. And there's weapon skill. So your weapons you gain weapon skill. Each character has their own sets of weapon skills, and as you gain skill with the weapon, you get special attacks that you have to charge up and hold like this. But they do extra damage, so it's kind of worth it. There we go. Wow, that's a lot of treasure chests. Some candy, alright. The helium in this game are really cute and whimsical. It's like candy and chocolate and... well, we'll see in a few. One of the shortcomings that the game has is the inventory system, which allows you to carry 4 of each item, I believe. So we're going to try to stay... oh, it dodged my attack. Dodged my attack again. Come on. We're going to try to stay stocked up pretty much as we can, because a boss fight can take a lot of your stuff. There, I gained a level. So, as you can see, it's a pretty... at least so far, the gameplay is pretty relaxed. Just kind of run around and hit things with your sword. Kind of a Legend of Zelda-ish kind of thing. Only it's a little bit more fluid than Legend of Zelda. At least, well, the early ones. Alright. So we made it back to town. You know what I might do, actually? So I'm looking at my inventory. I've got 3 candy. That should be enough. The little ring command ring is kind of neat. It makes good sounds, too. Hold on. I like it. There's my armor. All I got right now are overalls. Not so good. And then over here we've got this. Oh, not quite, huh? Well, okay, I'm gonna go kill just a couple more rabbites and get the bandana before I advance the story. Every little bit helps. Come on. Ah. Time it right, there's actually a little bit of a pause between the time when you hit 100% and that little beep you hear. That little beep means you're ready to whack something again. Enemy design is great in this game. Some things are whimsical, some things are menacing. Everything's perfect. Ah, that will be helpful. Maybe. Hopefully. Right? Yeah, that's it. Alright, we're good. We'll get that bandana, and then we will find out what the Elder wants from us. A little bit more armor never hurt. Oh. signs are really kind of great, too. The girl walking around in her nightgown. What the hell? And the inn, and the shopkeepers are these dancing guys. They look like they're dancing. I don't know if that's what they're actually doing or what, but that's what it looks like to me. You have the mysterious knight in the bar, and here's the elder. Oh no, it couldn't be. Pulling the sword from the stone caused monsters to attack the town, basically. And now Elliot's beating us, trying to beat us up, basically. And earthquake, huh? And that's that. So, one of the things that is a little interesting about this game is the way that all the spells work. If a monster gets a spell off, they usually just get it off and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, like that. So you gotta be really careful. Dang it. Well, okay, so Acid Breath does very little damage by comparison to the other spell that this guy has. Oh, by the way, Mantisant is the name of this boss. There's targeting, there's your status. We'll get to this right after this boss fight's over. And Acid Breath again. Wow, he's really... Oh, and that's gonna hurt. This is the other spell that he has that's bad. And I've seen it do as much as 23 or 24 damage. So we're gonna heal up a bit. Got him. Haha! That wasn't so bad. Beautiful. Got Sword's Orb. We'll find out what that's about soon. Alright, so this guy pulls us up. Elliot freaks out. Yeah, something must have happened. No, you have to do it. Only the person who pulled a free can do that. Why is that? I don't know. Let's go talk to Luca next. But first... Gemma from Tasnica. Alright, well let's take a look at a couple things real quick. So, there's my weapon ring. Right now there's just one weapon in it. We'll get more later. There's my item ring, and then here's my status ring and all that stuff. So, you know, it's pretty standard. You've got your usual, you know, statistics. All that's pretty normal. You got weapon levels and stuff. As you can see, there's 8 slots for weapons. And there we go. Yeah. And then, let's see what else have we got. We'll change the window a little bit. What should we use? that going to be readable? Gosh, I don't know. Yeah, that works. With the white text, it works pretty well. There's a transparency, but I think probably it's better to see the text reasonably well, right? Oh, you've really stepped in it now. Yes, thank you. This is kind of sad. Basically, the first thing that happens is you get thrown out of the village. And here's another one of Hiroki Kikuda's really good tracks. They're a little unsympathetic, I think. And then there's the somewhat bugged treasure stuff, as usual. Or not as usual, but sometimes that chest just goes somewhere completely random. Thus begins the quest. Stop by the item shop. Yeah. We're not very popular. Okay, there's that. That's all we need right now. This is it. Oh, wrong button. There we go. So, I said earlier that there's no falling damage in this game, and that there's a good reason for it. We're going to see in a minute. Yeah, the cannon travel. Sure. Don't get hurt, just slide into the cannon. It's that easy, really, truly. And here's some nice SNES Mode 7 in a second here. Right, just get up. Eleni in the Haunted Forest. Need a whip to get through the shortcut. And then there's that nice little sound. That sound is them going through this, which brings you to the forest, but, like they said, we need the whip. Very difficult puzzle to get in here. Shouldn't the switch be on the outside so that they can, you know, keep out intruders? No. Freak out. Well, at least she talks like an old woman. So one of our goals is going to be to find all of these temples and use the mana sword on all of the mana seeds to seal them. Then we've got the Empire, which is trying to obtain the Mana Fortress, another antagonist in the game. Then we've got something going on in Pandora. So he tells us to go to Gaia's Navel. Then Luca starts to ask us some questions. It does loop you back. Alright. There are 8 palaces. And she gives us a new weapon. The spear. Now, head south through Pandora. And we just saved. Yes. So step 1 is to go to Gaia's Navel. Also, what's down here? Looks like nothing. That's alright. Maybe something useful will be down there later. And that's it. So, we're on our way south to Pandora. While we're at it, may as well switch over to the spear. Right now, it's a little stronger than the sword. And I did it again. So, you'll notice that kind of, I mean, it maybe, I don't really have control over whether I do a stab or like a swing. Or no, maybe I do. I don't know. Sometimes you swing the spear, and I'm not sure what controls that. Then we've got this. This is great. It's a cat with a giant bag on his shoulders. I think that's what that is. Yeah, let's see what he's got. Anything good? He's got some armor that we can use. Wristband is always nice. And then here's the additional items. So we got fairy walnuts. These restore your MP. We've got royal jam, which restores all of your hit points. Chocolate is, I think, 250 hit points, and candy is 100. Medical herbs to fix, like, poison and stuff. A couple wishes is to recover people who have fallen over. And barrels. They're very expensive. The first... We won't use one for a long time, but they're kind of interesting. I'll just put it that way for now. to equip the armor, not unequip the armor. You'll notice that all of this stuff is a little bit more expensive than it is everywhere else. That's for the convenience factor, I guess, basically. But anyway. Yeah, that swing. So, like, I don't know what... There doesn't seem to be any, like, control over that. Like, I do swing, and if I do that, sometimes it's a stab, and that's a stab, and that's a stab. I mean, realistically, the weapons don't have a whole lot of difference between them, except that as you build them up, they'll become effective against different types of enemies. So, right. Goblins. Wonderful. Just gonna sit in there? And they start dancing. And then, our rescuer. What? It's like, you can tell if a sound's behind you. I can't get out of the pot by myself. There we go. Yes, let's get out of here. That's probably for the best. The irony is that we're going to find out who she's looking for shortly. Maybe next time. I'm not sure if it's this time or not. But anyway, we're going to find out who she's looking for. And there's no resemblance, so like, what in the world? Well, that's a nice attack. Gotta be careful with those guys. So one of the things that can happen, certain enemies will knock you out unconscious. And that makes you very vulnerable. Especially if you don't have any other party members at the time. What do we got here? Just candy, probably? Yep. The sign says... South to Pandora. Yeah, wow, that was a nice hit. The interesting thing is that the amount of time that the enemy stays down after you hit them almost exactly matches the amount of time it takes you to recharge a hit. So, yeah, a hit. So I don't know. It seems too convenient. Then we got that. That burst of pollen will knock you out, or spores, I guess. It is a mushroom. They don't have pollen. Come on. You'll also notice that the enemies have different reactions depending on how much damage you do. Like if I hit them hard enough to do, you know, that knocks him over. But that just stuns him for a second. That's kind of neat. It's got a lot of variety to it. And we've got the Kingdom of Pandora again. And here we are. Now, the question is, why is the sad music playing? Well, we'll find out in a little bit. He doesn't say anything. That's ominous. So there's people losing all energy or something. There's ruins to the south. connected. I mean, there's not really, it's not really a mystery game. There's arranging your marriage, whatever, don't care. Nobody up here. Nice little animation on the candle there. Normally that stuff would just be palette swaps, but that one actually moves. Nice. That's bad. Not much we can do for them now. He's unable to talk, but still dancing. Yeah. So something is strongly affecting the people. That's a good one. Now, Gemma told us to go to Gaia's navel first, so we're gonna head that way. Ah, right. All the people here are silent. And then we got these creepy guys in masks. We'll have to come back here later. Well, off we go. Nice way to say critical hit. Gets whacked. Ah, we got the bees. Gotta watch out for these guys. They're a little stronger than what we've been fighting so far. And they're only vulnerable when they're at height, so you have to be careful to time things right. Probably just candy, right? Yep. Won't fit. That's what it says if you have a full inventory of something. And that's our spear move. A little too slow to be very useful. However, I think you do get some invincibility frames from it, so that's at least not too bad. Meh. It's kinda meh. I don't know what causes that. There's poison. You turn purple and you start draining health pretty quick. Fortunately, poison doesn't last forever. It lasts about 20 hit points worth. It's not so bad. That's level 4. Fortunately, you get all of your health back whenever you gain a level. That's nice. Simplifies things a bit. Ah, watch out for that. Then we got this. Some cash. Won't look that in the mouth. Let's see. Man, there's a lot of enemies. realize I kind of leveled up my skill with the spear to maximum, so maybe I shouldn't be using all this time fighting enemies. Watch out for that. Then we got Kippo Village. Let's head in. Oh, this is interesting. You can push people if you need to. Because sometimes they can trap you. And, well, if you can't make them move away, then sometimes you can get stuck in places. There are some RPGs that don't have that, so... there's a cannon man. Yep. Okay, not gonna ask questions. Oh. Yeah, we got dwarves and Gaia's Navel. Dialect was that guy that we saw who went to go fight the witch. Come on. Alright, so, got this guy. Oh. Upgrade. Heck yeah. I'll take it. I guess I wasted money. A lot of money. Oh, whatever. I'll just sell off the old stuff. And that's everything. So a little bit better armor. Hopefully keep us safe while we're heading into Gaia's Navel. And it's this way, right? Isn't it? This is one of those games that I've only finished once. I've gotten most of the way through a second time, but it's been a while. I mean, the game came out in '93, so it's been, what, 24 years? Battery in my cartridge is getting a little long in the tooth, but I think it still works, which is amazing to me. Oh, current. Notice that? Yeah, very cool. Makes fighting these guys a little bit more complicated. Oh, come on. We'll just ignore him. What's this? Ah, this gets me to the Haunted Forest. Ugh, yeah, he's too fast. Go away. Yeah. So we kinda gotta circle around a couple times to get to the center, where you can see the cave down there. That's Gaia's Navel. Two entrances, actually. Here's Neko. Hell of a save the game, that's nice. Well, one thing you'll notice about that, there's a counter for how many times you saved, but it counts how many times you saved in the slot, and not how many times you saved in this current playthrough. Very weird. That is something snoring, I think. Very loud. Yeah. The timing on flying enemies is a little different. Then we got this green slime. Not fun. Because he does that. experience off them for a while if you want, but... Oh, the chest that runs away? Nice. Medical herb? You notice that they have fairly high defense. My spear is not doing a lot of damage. I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm gonna really gain too much by fighting them. Another snoring goblin. That's loud. Alright, level up. We'll surprise him. Oh. They've got axes. They do a lot of damage if they hit you. Fortunately, they're kind of slow. Then we got this. Timed it just right. So we've got this lava that we need to cross, and this plug in the way. Let's see if we can figure something out. Right? Some more goblins over here. You'll notice that I'm kind of pausing after I kill an enemy, and it's because each enemy has a unique, well, not necessarily unique, but a death animation. And it takes about a second after that animation finishes for any treasure chest to show up, if it's gonna, right? So hit that skull there, and that opens this up. Oh, and it hit me with balloon 01, level 0, which doesn't do much other than make you stop for a minute. And if the enemies were more aggressive, they'd actually have attacked me, but this one didn't. It can be dangerous because you can't do anything to defend yourself. Nothing there. Down this way we go. You notice that that the area is... Well, there are floors, but the areas on a single floor are kind of all interconnected and on the same map. Kind of nice, actually. What's this? This is magic rope. It's a very happy time. The magic rope is very important. Or not really. It's an optional item that allows you to get out of dungeons for free. We won't be using it much, I hope. I think. I hope. We don't have enough attack power to knock those guys out effectively. Let's head further down. Alright. That's a nice hit there. And him. Very nice. And traps. So yeah, certain treasure chests are indeed trapped, and you will trip those traps. There's not really any way to avoid them that I know of. You just gotta kind of take your licks. Or avoid the treasure chests all in all, which is usually not a good idea. Skull switch. That moves that down, which has a big effect. Also, this is where we just were a second ago. You notice that there are these little brown rocks in the way. You can actually break those with the right item. And that hits. Ouch. As far as I can tell, there's just no way to avoid the traps. And the music here is different now because we got a bridge. And that bridge leads us to here. The Village of Dwarfs. We'll take a rest at the inn. This is kind of nice. In Seiken Densetsu 3, they actually take their shoes off before they get into the bed, too. It's little details like that that make these that really make these games just, I don't know what the word is, charming? Here is an important character. Yeah, sure, reforge the sword, why not? Yeah. So he hits the mana sword with a hammer. And it says that he'll make an axe later. That's closed off. You'll notice a staircase there. So now, if you look at that, the rusty sword turned into a broadsword, and it raises the agility and evade percentage by equipping. So, we will do so. You'll also notice that the total attack power depends on my, level of whatever. Another armor shop. Let's see what he's got. Really? But I just bought... Fine. And I just bought... Oh, I can't afford that quite yet. But I can't afford this. I'll take it. Wrong thing. Headgear. Power wrist. Still the chain vest, but that's pretty decent anyway. I'm actually right on the cusp of being able to buy the better armor anyway. Like, freaking 24 gold? Maybe I'll just get that real quick. Then we'll go visit the sprite child. Nice little effect there. Let's go try out the broadsword for a few minutes. We'll get that extra gold, we'll get the better armor, and then we'll advance the story some more. So you'll notice that the sword's a different color now. It'll do that every time. Right now it's just kind of a bland silver grayish color. Got too much candy already. But it does a lot more damage now, huh? Yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And I gained a level. Take out those guys in 2 or 3 hits. Very nice. I've got plenty now. So we'll get that armor, and then we will move things forward. For a game that has only, you know, so much in it, it's surprising how many different types of armor and stuff there are. I mean, think about it. We've already gone through 3 levels of body armor, 2 levels of headgear, and 3 levels of armbands. And that's only for this character. I guess I could have just sold that to begin with, huh? Oh well. Alright. Well, here we go. In here. Okay, well, then let's head over here. Uh-huh. Yeah. Sure. Very rare. So it looks like we're going to need a little bit more money. I don't remember them doing that before. Little surprises like that are just... I mean, come on. And I lost the 50 gold that I used because I thought I was going to advance the story. What kind of crap is this? Now that we can do enough damage to take those out in 1 or 2 hits, they're actually viable to attack. You can actually use them to farm experience by just letting them split over and over again. It's kind of cheap. I won't waste your guys' time doing that. You don't need to do a lot of grinding in this game, honestly. Like, this is kind of an exception. Because I forgot about how much money I was gonna have. Alright, that's 150. That should do it. We'll be broke afterwards, but oh well, right? I have full health, so I can save at the end without costing any money. And I can just advance the story a bit, and after that I think we'll be done for the night. So we go over here, head into the inn. I can actually go through the door. Yeah, so if you say you know, you can still save, which is nice. Alright, let's do this. And by do this, I mean donate money to the Sprite Child. Wait. What? Oh, I didn't need to. Got ourselves a boss fight. Frankly, that thing's not doing that much damage to us, and that's probably a blessing. We got another one. Yeah. Not too hard. Ah, that thing's got me, though. Pattern. Basically, charge up, smack him, wait for him to pop back up. That's it, we got him. Good boss music too, huh? Really energetic. Now what does this guy drop? Way to go. Spears Orb. Alright. So I looked up the canonical name. Yep. I think that's right. Did I get that right? Gosh, I hope so. Gosh, should I look it up? Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Yep, that's the canonical name. And now we've got our second party member. Alright, so our arsenal is really expanding too. So this gets us to the underground palace, which we can't get there yet. That little orb is what we need to activate. But Popoye came with the boomerang, and the elder just gave us the bow. So that's nice. Now we have a couple of ranged weapons. And we got Spears Orb, and Watts was looking for us. Try holding this axe. Is going to help us out. There we go. The spear is ready. Alright, heavy spear. Is Neko still here? He is. Alright. Well, this was like a pretty good stopping point for tonight, so I'm just gonna save up real quick. And thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you all on Wednesday.